Okay, so we're going to work on your pattern. What you're going to need is a piece of yarn that I use as a stitch marker. You can use an actual stitch marker. I just prefer a piece of yarn in a contrasting color. The color I'm using is yellow on the bird. And then the 5mm hook. And what you're going to do is you're going to make your magic ring. You can do it any way you want. This is just how I do mine. Okay, I'm going to put 6 single crochet, which is round 1, into the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now all 6 stitches are in there. And what I do is I grab the end tail and start to pull. And when I see which piece of yarn is moving, I grab it and I pull it out. And it tightens the other piece. And now you have this weird loopy thing here. So then you grab the end tail again and pull it tight and it closes it up. See how nicely that closes it up? Okay. Now, your pattern says to do back loops only. And I'm going to show you up close what your stitches look like. Your stitches are actually this V. See the V? It's right here. It's like a, let me get closer. This is a stitch. This is the front. Let me see if I could pull that out for you a little bit. This is the front loop. And then this is the back loop. So now we're going to grab the stitch marker. Okay. And don't worry about this string. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that at the end. You'll tie it in and hide it. But you're going to put your stitch marker right after that last 6th stitch that you made. And now we're just going to go into the back loops only. And it says 2 single crochet in each stitch. Your first stitch will be directly after this pink string. The front loop is here. It's kind of hidden a little. I don't know if you can even see it. It's kind of hidden right here. Okay. But this is your back loop, right in here. So you're going to do 2 single crochet in each of the back loops of each of those 6 stitches that you made. So there's 2. This is the front, this is the back. So you're going to go into the back. This is the 2nd stitch and 2 single crochet in there. 3rd stitch, front, front, back. So I'm going to go into the back. 3rd stitch, front, back. 4th stitch, front, back. 6th stitch or 5th stitch, front, back, front, back. 6th stitch. Now you're going to move your marker and put it directly after that last stitch that you just made. And then it says for round 3, single crochet 2 in the next stitch and single crochet 1 in the next stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to alternate. And it says to repeat that 5 times. Whenever you see some stars with some stuff in between and it says to repeat, you repeat what's in between those stars and it's going to tell you usually how many times you're going to repeat those. So we're going to, in the first stitch, we're going to do 2 single crochet, 2, and then in the next stitch you're going to do 1 single crochet. And remember, we're still just doing the back loops only because it said to continue back loops only unless otherwise stated. So that's 2 and 1. And now we're going to do 2 again into the third, and then 1, and then 2, oops, and then, sorry, I keep getting too close to the camera, 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then, I try to move my thumb, 1, and then 2. So you're making like a circle, and then 1, and then 2, and then 1. And see, we've stopped just before the string. Now we're going to remove the string, place it next to that last stitch, like that, and go on to round 4, which says single crochet 2 in the next, and then single crochet in next 2, which means just to make 1 into the next 2. So the first one, we're going to do 2 single crochet in the back loop of the first stitch. There's 2. Then we're going to do 1 into the back loop of the next stitch. Then 1 into the back loop of the next stitch. And it said to repeat, so we're going to go back to doing 2 in the next stitch, and then 1 into the next stitch, and then 1 into the next stitch. Sorry, my yarn is caught. And now 2 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, 2 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, and 1 into the next stitch, 1 and then 2 into the next stitch, sorry, 1 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, 2 into the next stitch, 1 into the next stitch, and then 1 final one into the next stitch. And then that brings you around again to the string. And then you're going to pull it out and replace it right after that next stitch. And what you're going to do with the next round, and we're still working only in the back loops, is single crochet 2 into the next. So you're going to go into the back loop, you're going to go 2 into the next stitch, and then single crochet in next 3. So you're just going to put 1 into the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to repeat. So we're going to do that 5 times. So 2 into this one, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. That was 3 single ones in, and then I'm going to do 2, sorry, 2, and then 1, 1, 1. So that's still the front, and this is still the back. So we're going to do 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and then 2. Sorry, my yarn's getting, okay, 2, and then the last 3, 1 in each, 1, 1. And then round 5's done, and it'll say you have 30. So if you want to double check, you can count them. You can count each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30. And so then round 6, it just says round 6 through round 10, you're going to single crochet in each stitch. So you're just going to single crochet in each. 1, 2. Oh, let me pull that out. 1, 2. Okay, I forgot to move my yarn. You want to always move that with each round so you know where your spot is. So we're going to go in the back loops only. 1, 2, and let me show you what it would look like if you went into the whole stitch. You would go in here and through both, but we're not doing that. Can you see that? We'd be going through both of those, but instead we're just going into that back one. There we go. I think that's a good view. So 1, and it says that there are 30 stitches, 30, something like that. So we got 3 right now anyway. You're going to single crochet, back loop only, still in the back loop only. All the way around. And if you're confused on where to start and where to stop, you can just count. That might make it easier for you. Whatever, you can count, or you can just know where your place marker is and where to stop. But we're almost there. And then I'm going to show you what to do, even though I'm not finished. Oops, we're done. Do you see? We're done. We're right in that beginning. See? So I'm going to do the next 4 rounds and then show you how to do round 11.